spoken about idiotic morons on this platform before, but I don't think any of them were more stupid and idiotic like dumbfuck McRetard, or as he's always known as Einars the Irrelevant. Nah, I prefer my name for him better. But the guy is someone who I've spoken about a lot on this channel, and is someone who, if I was stupid and bored enough, could make video after video on him. However, there's no real point anymore. Even in his 3 recent videos on another channel, which he's since deleted, where he talked shit about my relationships and spoke about my video on trans autism, he still continues to not only show how fucking clueless the guy is, but also spouts pointless and meaningless bollocks as well as other ramblings. And as I just said, I can make video after video on the guy if I really wanted to, but I won't. And I'm gonna name a few reasons as to why. Number 1, too easy. Alright, I'll explain more on what I mean. Generally, when I go to make one of these type of videos, I prefer doing it on stories that require me to dig and research before overly writing up a script and making a video. But in the case of Einars, I don't really need to do any of that, as it basically shows up to people like a delivery to your front door. His channel and content is literally an open book. There's nothing really there that needs researching. It's easier to find than the devil on the LAPD's payroll. When I made my video on the whole vegan thing, I actually had to do serious research into making it. Same as when I spoke about Ace of Thorn. Same as when I spoke about Susie Lou, which is something I'm gonna touch up on in a few, so wait a minute. Same as when I spoke about Prince of Fallen. Same as when I covered the situation with Quantum TV, MEOK, Prince Kai, ISWV reports, hell, even in my unscripted video on trans autism. But you don't really get that same situation when it comes to Einars. But there's another reason why I said too easy. The other reason he's too easy is because his idiocy is so fucking moronic that I can make video after video covering it if I wanted. And quite frankly, I'd rather get pegged by a cactus dildo. Plus, my friends have also made videos on him and have also spoken about his idiotic claims and crap to the point where it's literally all been documented and there's almost nothing really left to talk about. Although we thought that last year, and the dumbfuck outdid himself with his 7 answer videos, which had him being everything I exposed him for being in this video. That's why I said he's too easy, which actually makes talking about him rather boring too, because he's effectively being done to death. Number 2, no real story. As I said, me and my friends have covered this guy so fucking well and so fucking much that he's effectively been done to death. And as a result, there's nothing really left to talk about. Granted, there's him saying stupid shit like whatever the fuck he's saying here in the comment section of my trans autism video, or him talking shit about my past relationships and my current relationship. But making a video just talking about that seems not really worth it, as I could just either bollock him in the comment section of his own video, or bollock him on Discord. Which makes all of this even more funny as he decides to make a video on me spouting utter bollocks and humiliating himself on a public platform instead of spouting utter bollocks to me privately and having an actual conversation. But if I was to make a video on him about that, it wouldn't really be that long. I'd be surprised if it was over 10 minutes. But what Einars seems to fail to understand is, at least I have a fucking girlfriend. At least Haru has a fucking girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend? And I don't mean Suzalu, because I know how badly you wish for this. But in actuality, you're experiencing this scene from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Hey there, Alexis, how's it going? I was just kicking Jaden's ass, and by kicking Jaden's ass, I mean I was beating him with succession, and by that I mean—
Walk past you, retard!
If there is anything I can bring up about Einars, it's the fact that he is known for purging his comments in videos. Granted, the first time was his way of an apology, which lasted what felt like 2 minutes, but that doesn't excuse the other times he's done it. And he has done it dozens of times. We have shown this. And we know why he does it. Because he gets obliterated by us, and because Fangkitten jumps into the comments and roasts him for shits and giggles. Of course, Einars will lie and say otherwise, but let's be real, we all know the truth. Another thing I could bring up is his total bollocks he loves to claim about me in regard to Susie Lou by saying I make life hard for her and constantly harass her. Despite the fact that my last video on her I made was back in September of last year, which was actually me wishing positivity towards her, as well as the fact that I don't drone on about her. combined with the fact that I'm way too fucking small of a channel to be noticed by her, as well as her focusing on not just her content, but also her engagement to Steejo the Stupid, to quote a friend, to which I do wish congrats to. But while on the topic, the only funny thing about that is that he loves to bitch about me doing it, when it's pretty clear he's the one doing it, as he clearly has nothing else to bitch and whine about to get any fucking views. Seriously, this is the most viewed video on his originally named Best User channel, and he's gone back to using this account I brought up in my hour-and-a-half long video on him, which he's purged at least twice. Speaking of channels, I want to address something that I feel is worth bringing up in regard to this one. Einars put a community post out asking how many people thought Susie Lou was innocent. Just proved my earlier point, to which 25% agreed that she was innocent, and 75% disagreed. I then mentioned this, which caused all of this shit to go off, which AK screenshot the images I am now showing you. Hell, I'm just gonna let them go over for you all to read, because fuck going through every single fucking thing in them. Feel free to pause to read. If I wanted to lose brain cells decompiling something, I'd listen to every leftist fuckwit spout utter bollocks about shit that has been disproved time and time again with actual stats and studies, which the left refuse to listen to or read because it doesn't fit their agenda. Seriously, their bullshit ramblings are just so fucking retarded and genuinely hurts my brain more. However, I want to go back and reread something that Einars said that I find funny. He mentions he deleted his videos on me because he isn't sure what he wants his channel to be, and he changes his mind. Yet, he still has his video on this channel up with over 50 views, which also happens to be what I reacted to in this video with my friends, and the most viewed video on that channel, these two on this one, and this video here. Combined with the fact that not only have you made videos bitching about me like a little crybaby, but you also do the same thing on these 4 channels about tennis, like a whining toddler that just shat its nappy while not knowing anything about the fucking sport. Also, I know more about tennis than you do. I've explained this every time I bring this up when I have spoken about you. Hell, I even disproved the bullshit claim you've made about weak players beating stronger players by using robot combat, which even has its own controversial calls, some of which have been challenged. The fight between Daisy Chopper and Griffin being a good example. Okay, we're gonna stop with what I was talking about here because while going to get my screenshots, I discovered this video and literally already has an issue. Firstly, because you're using Wikipedia, who themselves have stated are not a reliable source of information, which you still fail to acknowledge, but mostly... What the fuck are you even talking about? I literally started the video with you reading the definition of opinion, and then you go on rambling with zero context as to what the fuck you were banging on about. Seriously, what the hell are you talking about here? Where is the context? This is another reason why your videos are so fucking shit. Nobody has any clue what the fuck you are on about, and we all get lost trying to pick the fucking thing apart to get some sort of clue that can at least make some form of sense. Also, just to point out, that's not the definition of opinion. You literally mentioned dictionaries in this video. Well, I suggest going down to the local library and reading one, as it will tell you what the actual definition of opinion is. And if you're too lazy to do that, then here. You know what? How about we just skip all this crap and just jump to my final reason? Waste of fucking breath and genuinely cannot be fucked. Like, seriously, I have far better things to do in my life than deal with some Latvian halfwit whose brain is smaller than his fucking toenail. Hell, just look at our sub count. I have no need to talk about him. Yeah, there are some things that deserve talking about, like whatever the fuck it was he said about trans autism while making me sound like a bigot, or him talking shit about my girlfriend, to which I will throw you in front of a bus falling off a cliff, or him claiming that I harass Susie Lou and only bitch and whine on my channel, when if you actually looked at my channel, could be easily proved to be a load of crap. Me and my friends have said this about him dozens of times before. He's projecting. He'd rather deflect all of his crap at us instead of accepting it himself, and says that this is what we are doing, while also claiming that all I ever do on my channel is whine about things constantly when, once again, that's clearly him. Bro, all you fucking do is bitch about tennis and calling umpires cheaters when all they do is referee the fucking match. And you also state how you are not a bad person and that the way you act in your videos and towards us in the comments is because we make you angry. Bro, you literally fucking start shit. Even Amanda, or Explore videos you might remember her, tried having a decent conversation about tennis with you and you started causing problems and being a total prick. And yet, you have the audacity to keep deluding yourself that you are actually a good person online while making racist remarks towards my friends and even talking shit about my fucking girlfriend. You even did it to my ex, who literally told me she would straight up murder you before you made it to the front door. As I said, this guy is a literal waste of fucking time, breath, and energy. I'd rather teabag a running lawnmower in an erupting volcano while wearing an anorak. Einars never changes. His content is just the exact same bollocks he's always put out, which you can check out on the archive channel. Bro, I'm a far better person than you, both online and IRL. I get along very well with people I work with, and even my psychologist likes me. She's even pointed out during some of our sessions that I tend to sound like a bit of a psychologist myself. And I'm not even fucking trained. Plus, most of the people I interact with online tend to really like me and we get along. Hell, I have a good relationship with a fucking little wolfie pup on Twitter. Babe, can we please adopt her? Fuck, I even showed this involving N10 Kotsai in my first ever scripted video on this channel. I managed to defuse a situation between him and Roboknight, and he fucking thanked me for explaining his side. I managed to defuse the situation between him and Roboknight, and he fucking thanked me for explaining Roboknight's side. Plus, I even had a chat with vegan gays, and we both had a pretty good chat. You, on the other hand, have had an extremely shit track record online. The only people we've seen that have been on your side are, for the most part, alt accounts that you made. Only Constaboss was the only legitimate human who liked your content. Other than that, everyone fucking hates you. I highly doubt any more is going to be said about this guy by me, mainly because he's just easy content, and I've already exposed this guy to the end of time and back again. He's a total fucking moron who knows bugger all, and subsequently knows bugger all about bugger all. I have no interest in him anymore. If he still had his video where he had to go at me for this video up on his channel, then maybe. But to give my thoughts, you're a fucking dipshit, bro, and are no fucking authority to talk about trans autism, unlike me. Hell, even people who aren't autistic were outraged and found it disgusting. Book an appointment down to the local hospital and ask for a new brain, as I believe your current brain is fucked. Anyways, yeah, I'm out. Laters. Oh, I'm so fed up with all of this. This has been getting so stupid. And I think it's time to truly put an end to this. But how? I could challenge him to a duel of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I've seen him duel in Duel Links, and he seems to know only how to play cards and not use them.
Hey Zane, what's the difference between knowing how to use a card and knowing how to play it? Aren't they the same?
That's something that can never be taught, only learned. It takes a moment of pure clarity when you see dueling on a different level, a higher level, all the angles, all the moves. You won't think, you'll just act.
And let's be real, I want a challenge. And I feel like it would be the same with Bakugan or Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. So how exactly do I get this whole stupid thing sorted? I'll tell you how. With blind, ugly mechanical violence and wanton destruction! Oh yes, sparks are gonna fly and bots are gonna die! 10 machines will be fighting for me against 10 representing Einars in the ultimate Decider Slam Dunk ever! Go grab your popcorn and lock your doors and get ready for Robot Wars!